Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your location. We're so excited to have you all on board. Thank you for joining in. So get your books ready, get your pen, your writing material ready, or whatever means you intend to jot down. Now, the chat box is here. Please send in your questions. Our facilitators are ready to answer all your questions in due course. So before we deep dive into today's webinar, it is sacrosanct that I unveil to you the organization that has graciously put this webinar together. So I welcome you all. I welcome you all to Ruby's Up Educational Services. I am Loretta Ogbara. I am the Publicity Secretary. And this is Ruby's Up Educational Services, Education for Transformation. Who are we, really? So we are a group of highly experienced and passionate educationists with proven record to improve educational outcomes for students and school organization. We have an extensive knowledge of the educational sector with a deep understanding of interventions and strategies to improve students and schools' performance. Our vision is to help students, teachers, schools achieve their aspirations while creating amazing learning experiences for life-changing impact. Over here is our mission. The first is we try to work so hard ensuring that the Nigerian child has quality education as stipulated in the SDG 4. We ensure that no child drops out of school due to funding problems, and we work so hard in equipping teachers with skill sets and resources needed for a successful career. Our services are as follows. The first is our career counseling, school operation management, education funding, school learning solution, rural education development solution, staff recruitment, training, and staff development. So quickly, I will take you through what we do. So now for our career counseling, we understand that navigating career choices can be overwhelming. That's why our career counseling services guides students through critical educational and career transitions. We also help them explore scholarship opportunities, both locally and internationally. We help them make informed decisions and chart a course towards a fulfilling future. School operations management. Now, are you thinking of starting or improving a school? We provide school operation management consultancy services covering school mapping, positive climate building, recruitment, and international best practices to ensure your school runs efficiently and effectively. We understand that financing education is at the heart of educational crisis in many countries of the world, and Nigeria in particular. So with a high population growth amid severe resource constraint, with a high population growth amid severe resource constraint, seeking alternative to education financing has become a major concern to education managers. So based on this, we have partnered with various internationally recognized financial engineering organizations to build an organic fund investment platform to assist parents and their wards achieve their educational goals without financial constraints. Our school learning solutions. To make learning exciting and rewarding, we offer school learning solutions through a global tutoring platform where students study, get rewarded, and access educational support programs built just for them. Now, our rural education solution, because every child deserves quality education, no matter where they live, our rural education services leverages technology to connect schools, home, teachers, and governments, okay? Empowering remote communities with training, learning, and real-time engagement. So in summary, communities, okay, they are not left behind in the services that we render, indigent and the rest of them. So our training and staff development. So we equip educators for success through tailored training and development programs, workshops, and conferences and webinars that sharpen teaching skills, update knowledge, and foster innovative classroom practices. And finally, we have our staff recruitment. So our staff recruitment services ensure schools get exceptional educators, with emphasis on exceptional educators who are highly qualified, experienced, and thoroughly vetted, because the right people make all the difference in delivering quality education. So those are the services we render. So if you are interested, of which we know you should be interested, quickly dial our contact and we'll reach out to you ASAP without further ado. So there's a contact here, is displayed on the screen. Our telephone numbers are here. Please, we can be reached on the following numbers on the screen. And then you can as well visit our website, www.rubishub.com, to learn more about our services. Or you can also send your inquiries via our email showing on the screen on info@rubishub.com. Now, I want to make an appeal that we all follow our social media handles. We are so active on social media. We are on the Facebook with the name Rubishub EduServe. We are on Telegram. Sorry, please. We are on Instagram on Rubishub Edu1. Instagram, Rubishub Edu1. Please, you can quickly click on it and follow us ASAP. And at the same time, we are on YouTube on Rubishub Edu. We are also on Twitter on Rubis_Hub. So now it's time to deep dive into today's event. So the next thing we need to do now is to meet our facilitators. So without further ado, I'll be unveiling the first on the list. So the first on the list is no other than Dr. Cecilia Adaja. Now, Dr. Cecilia Adaja is a passionate educator. She's a researcher and author with a deep commitment to improving educational system through strategic planning, compassionate leadership, and decision making. Now, beyond the academic world, Dr. Adaja is happily married. She's an intentional mother to 4 amazing boys, a role that continues to inspire her work and ground her message in real life experience. So she has the experience, and she will take us on the segment tagged Roots, what every child needs before they take flight. Now, our next facilitator is no other than Mr. Olajide Kumaya. Mr. Olajide Kumaya is a committed, purposeful, and resourceful IT administrator with over 25 years experience. That's 2.5 decades experience working within the educational technology sector in Nigeria. He has his first degree from OAU, Ile-Ife, and second degree in Unilag. He has attended courses both within and outside Nigeria. He currently works as IT manager in James Hope College, Lekki, Lagos. Beyond all this, Mr. Olajide Kumaya is an ordained minister in RCCG. He's happily married and is also blessed with children. He will be taking us on the segment on involved parenting. It is more than just being there. So I believe you are ready. I believe your writing materials are ready. As I make welcome our first speaker for today, no other than Dr. Cecilia Adaja. Please, ma'am, are we ready? Please, ma'am, you can please have the spotlight. Thank you so much, Dr. Cecilia Adaja.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning once again. I would like to welcome you to our webinar. Roots Before Wings. I'm Dr. Adaja. So I'll be speaking to us on the topic roots, what every child needs before they take flight. So permit me to share my screen with you now as we start. Yes. Looking at this magnificent tree, we can all see that the beauty of this tree is coming from the deep roots it has inside the soil. Obviously, without these deep roots, if we have a mighty wind or heavy rainfall, subsequently we can have the tree down. Yeah, like I was saying, I said this beautiful tree that we can all see, it is obvious that the strength of the tree is coming from the roots that is well seated into the soil. Without these roots firmly put into the soil, the tree will fall down at the slightest disturbance on the ground. If the tree is on an unstable ground, a slow wind or a very slight wind can actually make this tree to come down. The same with our children. In order to have a thriving and resilient individual, they need to have a deep roots. Deep roots, this deep root for our children now is referring to their foundation. They need a good foundation in order to be able to excel and stand among their colleagues when they actually leave our own environment. So today we'll be looking at the psychological and emotional foundation of a child, attachment, consistency, and presence, the physical presence and emotional engagement, how strong roots help children thrive in the long run, and the role of culture, values, and identity. So starting from the first one, the psychological and emotional foundation of a child. This psychological and emotional foundation is actually referring to how we treat our children. And this doesn't just start suddenly. It starts right from when these kids are born. The way we respond to them, the way we hold them, how soon we respond to their cries, and how often we tend to their needs. And it actually refers to the security and safety. Security and safety in this context doesn't just refer to a safe home with locked doors, locked gates. No, it actually means the feeling of being loved and protected unconditionally. The child should be able to feel that, yes, I am loved inside this home where I am, irrespective of what I do, irrespective of what happens to me, irrespective of the grades I get in my schoolwork. I am loved and I can go back home to meet my parents and caregivers. I'm not afraid to show them my progress in school. We have cases of children where they may not do well in school and they will be scared of what they will meet at home, knowing fully well that when they get home, what their parents might meet them with, oh, I'll spend so much on you, and this is the kind of results you are giving me. No, that kind of thing can affect their psychology. They will feel like, okay, my parents will only like me or will only care for me if I do well in math and English. No, it shouldn't be a case of that. We should be able to love our children unconditionally and protect them from any circumstance they may find themselves. So wherever they are, they should be able to feel our love and our protection. Also, their self-worth and value. We should create an environment for our children where they will feel they are valued and they also believe in themselves, independent of their achievements. Whether they score an A in maths or not, they should know that, yes, I am someone of value. I am valued at home. I am beautiful, I am handsome, I don't need an external validation before I know what I am capable of. And a way where we can inculcate this self-worth is through self-affirmation. We could actually make a list for our children, irrespective of being a boy or a girl. They could paste the list on the wall in their room where they have things that they can read to themselves in the morning. I will excel in life. I am beautiful. I am successful. I'll excel in all what I do. If you have a children that has this being read to him or her, even before they start talking, you could lay your hands on them and speak unto them. So by the time they can start reading, you can have them read it to themselves every day. With this kind of thing, they will be able to build their self-worth and value. Nobody will have the opportunity of talking them down because they already know who they are and they also believe in themselves, irrespective of their achievement. They know what they can achieve, they know what they are worth, and they also know their value. These also help in strengthening their foundation, which is their roots. Another aspect is belonging and connection. This refers to feeling part of a family or a community. The child should be able to know that, yes, aside from me, I belong to a larger family, I belong to a larger community where I am valued, where I am known, where I am valued for my self-worth, for my value, for what I am known for, not because somebody is there. They know me for who I am, and I'm happy to belong there. I'm happy to be connected with them. So all these kind of things are what makes our children's emotional and psychological foundation to be strong. Also, competence and mastery. That is confidence. They should be able to confidence in their ability to learn and grow. We should be able to create an environment for our children where they will have confidence in themselves and also their ability to learn and grow. They should be able to try things out, and once they fail, they should know that yes, this failure is not the end of the road. Failure usually comes on the path to success. So they should know that for you to succeed, there are one or two things that you will definitely do and you may fail at it. But that does not mean that is the end. You can actually try again. Failure means for you to try again, not the end of the road. And we should also make our children to be in an environment whereby if they do something and they fail at it, they should be able to be proud or to be able to come to us not afraid of what we are going to say. We should be able to also embrace their failure as much as we are willing to embrace their success, because they actually learn through failure also. In one way or the other, when they do something and fail at it or do not excel as we want them to be, they have actually learned a way or two not to repeat that thing again. So the next time they are trying to do that thing, they will know that, yes, I have done this way before. I did not excel at it. I did not get the results I wanted when I did it like this. So yes, I can now also try another way. And even if I try the second time, I do not get it, my parents are there to cheer me on. My parents are there to encourage me. They wouldn't stop down on me. So having our children having this kind of confidence, we actually give them the ability to learn and grow. Also, they need to have optimism and hope, a positive outlook to life. They should be able to see challenges as a way of learning, not as a stumbling block. They should be able to see that, yes, if I have any challenge, I should be able to reach out to people who are willing to help. Let me get the help that I need so that I can bounce back and continue with whatever it is that I am doing. So these things I have listed are very important in building a strong psychological and emotional foundation for our children. So now let's look at the essential nutrients that is needed for this in building this foundation for our children. These essential nutrients, we are looking at attachment. There are three. We have attachment, consistency, and presence. These three, just like in a tree, where the tree needs water, soil, and sunlight in order to flourish. In the case of our children, what they need is attachment, consistency, and presence. Moving on, attachment. We can refer to attachment as the invisible safety net. Attachment, we can see it as the invisible safety net for our children. What attachment does is that it fosters confidence and emotional regulation for our children. It doesn't just mean, okay, you hugging your child or you being there for your child. They need to feel the emotional bond. They need to feel that, yes, this mother is not just here physically, she is here with me. And she has also created an avenue where I can relate to her, share my fears and my worries with her, and where I will be encouraged, or where I have someone I can rely on, where I have someone I can trust on. When a child has this kind of things at the back of his or her mind, it fosters confidence for the child and also builds their emotional regulation, and also they have better social skills. And attachment is not just about clinging, not just about hugging each other. is about having trust and reliability in our parents. So these children should be able to trust us and should be able to rely on us. And this attachment will also give them a launch pad for exploration. Once they know that, yes, I can easily go back to my mom, to my dad, to tell him or her what has happened to me, the attachment allows them to be able to venture out, to try new things. And through these new things, they actually learn more. But if you have actually caged them in an environment whereby they could not try any new thing, or they are condemned at every opportunity they want to use in trying anything, it will deter them from trying to explore new things. And through exploration, they learn a lot of things. But once they know that there's a safe return, there's somewhere I can go back to, or there's someone I can call that can cheer me on when I have any difficulty, they'll be able to explore and venture out to learn new things. So moving on, let's move on to consistency. Consistency, we can see it as a steady rhythm of predictability. Talking about consistency, we are not talking about being rigid. It simply means structure. It simply means structure, and it's about being reliable. If you are trying to raise a child in a home where there's no structure, where there's no consistency, the child will definitely be confused. Let's say, for example, a baby, today you wake up the child by 6 a.m., you give the child a bath and you give the child breakfast. Then the following day, you wake the child up by 9 a.m. The next day, you wake the child up by maybe 3 a.m. That inconsistent will also affect the stability of the child, because at every point in time, he or she does not know what to expect from the parents. So having a steady routine actually helps our children, and it also helps them to be able to rely on us. Oh yes, by this time, I know what my mom expects me to have done. And also giving them instructions and having set boundaries for them, or consequences for their action. If you have given them an instruction, oh, once you finish eating, clear up this plate, or there's no plate time for you. At the end of the day, the child doesn't clear up the plate, or the child doesn't do any other chores that you have assigned to him or her, but you still allow the child to go ahead having the play time or screen time. The next time you give the child this kind of instruction, he or she may be reluctant to follow, because he knows that whatever it is that you have said that you are going to do, you are not going to do it. So sticking with our consequences, or sticking with a particular routine, actually helps the child. If you give an instruction the first time and the child doesn't obey the instruction, and you ensure that the child face the consequences of not obeying the instruction, if before the second or the third time, the child wouldn't repeat that mistake again. In fact, you even be surprised, before you even give her the instruction, the child would have done what he or she is supposed to do, which actually also reduces the stress on our part. Because in most cases, what makes parents to actually lash out at their children in some instances is the stress. But this stress is actually caused by we parents not putting a structure in place. Having a structure in place entails that the child knows what he or she is meant to do at every point in time. The parent doesn't have to be repeating himself or herself at every point in time, or shouting at the child, oh, have you done this? Have you done that? Once you put a structure in place, oh, do this at so time. If you don't do this, this is what will happen. Do this at this time. If you don't do this, we are going to experience this. So if the child sees that, oh, the consequences or the boundaries that my parents have set for me, they are keeping to it, the child will be forced to follow the routine. And as time goes on, these will be parts of them, and you don't need to even need to react with them again, or even continue to remind them again. Another thing consistency does is that it frees up the energy of the child, and it also allows the child to focus on learning rather than deciphering an unpredictable word. Instead of thinking, oh, by 3 p.m., I don't know what my mom wants me to do. I don't know where she'll be. I don't know what she wants me to have done before she gets back. So things like that. But if a child already knows the routine of what he or she should do, the child can do that, then focus on some other things, focus on some other learning things, and be able to do well in it, not trying to mingle or trying to decipher what he or she is expected to do. And the impact of having a consistent routine is that it reduces anxiety on the part of the child and also on the part of the parent. Like I said earlier, having routine actually reduces stress on the parents more than on the part of the child. It actually reduces stress more on the parent. You don't have to keep on repeating yourself severally. If you have put a structure in place and you have a routine in place, and these children follow it, no matter how little they are. Your children, after playing the toddlers, after playing with their toys, you could tell them they should always pack up their toys. Not when you enter into their play area, you are stepping on the blocks or one or other toys at the same time. When they eat, they could take their plate to the kitchen, even if they are not even yet, if they are not old enough to wash the plate, they could take their plate to the kitchen, clean up where they have eaten, put their dirty clothes in the laundry. So their age appropriate chores we could actually give our children right from as little as from 18 months. And the earlier you start, this helps to foster self-discipline in our kids. So let's look at presence. We can see presence as the gift of all-in attention, not just being there physically, but being there emotionally for our children. In this age now, we could have a case of where a parent might even be feeding a baby, and at the same time, the parent is lost on social media, scrolling up and down the social media or talking away on the phone, not focusing on the baby he or she is feeding. So what these children actually need from us is not just being there physically, is to be there for them emotionally and also engage with them. So, and there are several ways we can actually engage with our children emotionally. Some of them are, we have active listening. In this case of active listening, we are not just hearing the words your child is speaking, you are also hearing the feeling. Even if you don't agree, a child might be crying maybe because of the playing blocks or because he spilled the milk or the biscuit he or she is eating fell on the ground. So something as little as that. To you, it might not be meaningful, but to the child at that particular point in time, it might be something that is actually paining the child, or the child is not comfortable with. So our duty is to comfort the child and let the child know that yes, I understand the way you are feeling. I can sense your feeling. I'm not just hearing the words you are speaking. Don't just say, okay, I've heard you, you can go. Let the child express his or her emotions, and while you also listen. And we have cases of some persons, maybe they will tell their kids, oh, why are you crying? You don't need to cry. Allow them, let them let out the emotion, especially the boy child. Some people, oh, you are a man, why should you cry? Why should you do this? You are strong. Allow them, it's okay to cry. It actually helps in emotional regulation. Let them know that they can actually express themselves. They don't need to bottle up their emotions. Also, another way to genuinely connect with our children is through meaningful eye contact. While your kids they are talking to you, it's important to maintain eye contact with them. Don't just be scrolling on your phone or be writing or be reading or be watching and tell them that, oh yes, I'm hearing what you are saying, I'm listening to you. No, looking at them helps them to connect on a deeper level, and they know that yes, my mom is listening to me. She understands what I'm saying. She's here emotionally, not just physically. So the next one, we have genuine curiosity. But this can be done by asking open-ended questions. You don't just ask, how are you? Or your child comes back from school, don't just say, I am out of school today. You could ask them, oh, what made you happy in school today? Is there anything that made you sad? What part of your day did you enjoy most? Asking these kind of open-ended questions, we will notice that it will even open up room for more communication. Things that you may not even expect the child to say, he or she will feel that, oh yes, my mom is interested in knowing what's happened in my school today. Oh, why not let me tell her, okay, what so person did, or let me tell her what this teacher did, since she's interested in knowing. But if we just ask, how was school today, in most cases the reply is fine. The things that are after or behind that fine, in most cases, we don't hear it because the child will feel, oh, we are not interested. The only thing you want to hear is, fine, how was school today? Today was fine. So by asking open-ended questions, we encourage our children to even to share more. They know that, yes, we are genuinely curious about their day, and they also be interested in telling us more about their day. Another way to connect is having emphatic resonance, that is validating their feelings. Even if the way your child is feeling at that moment, you don't see any reason. The child might be crying over something you may feel is too little. You still need to validate that feeling. Let them know that, yes, I understand you are unhappy about this. Oh, I understand you are unhappy you spilled your food on the floor, you don't need to just shout, oh, you pour it on the floor yourself. Why are you crying? Why are you doing that? It's okay to cry. Allow them to let out the emotion. Especially for some parents, they will be like, oh, you are a man, you are a boy, you don't need to cry, you don't need to do this. Why are you crying? Why are you doing that? Allow them to express their feelings, and you also validate their feelings. Let them know that, yes, the way I'm feeling, my mom understands it. My dad understands the way I'm feeling. I'm not alone in this. Aside that particular instance, whenever they have other kinds of feeling that they may want to express to you, they will feel safe to come to you. They won't be like, oh, if I tell my mom I'm sad, if I tell my mom I'm not happy about this, she's going to shout at me, or she won't understand what I'm feeling. A child having that kind of thinking might feel, oh, my mom is not there for me, she doesn't listen to me, or best, she doesn't understand what I'm trying to say, which is not good. This affects our children when they go out, especially in the girl child. When you don't have a parent, in this case the father, a male figure, if you don't have a male figure that validates your feeling, that listens to you, once you get out, any little thing any male person tells you, you just fall. You fall into the person's hand. Oh, I've never heard this. Oh, this person is trying to is listening to me. No one listens to me at home. This person is trying to listen to me. This person understands my feeling. The person may not actually be after the girl's feeling, may be after something else, may have an ulterior motive. But you as the parent, either the mom or the dad, definitely you won't want to harm your daughter or your son. So listening to their feeling and validating their feeling is having a genuine interest in them. So it is very important to validate our child's feeling, not the children waiting for an external validation. And also, to genuinely connect with our children, we need to have shared moments with them, intentional quality time. We need to share intentional quality time. It might be while they are playing. For those that have toddlers, it might be while they are playing, where they are trying to play with their building blocks. You could go down to their level. Sitting with them for just 2-3 minutes won't end the whole day. It won't stop you from achieving what you want to achieve that day. Sit with them. Let them know that, oh yes, you are interested in what it is that they are doing. Show interest in whatever they are doing. Or your child has just finished building block. The child has come to show you, oh mom, see what I did, see what I built with this. You may be engrossed in your work, and as a result of that, you may not have interest in it, or just shout at, oh, can't you see I'm busy? Can't you see I'm doing that? The child actually knows that you are busy before coming, but the child only needs like a minute or two from that your time for you to validate what he or she has done, for you to him or her. So intentional quality time spent with our children goes a long way. You don't necessarily need to spend one whole hour. Few minutes. It might be while you are cooking in the kitchen. You can call your children to stay with you. During the cooking, they may have one or two things. You can conversation. They may have one or two things they want to share with you. It may even be before bedtime. You can read a book to them. After reading the book, you could ask them open-ended question. Is there anything that happened to you today that you like to share with me? Is there anything you want me to know? Is there anybody that annoyed you or made you happy today that you like to share with me? Little things like this goes a long way. You might even decide to even go for a walk with them. It doesn't necessarily mean to go for a long stroll. It might just be around your compound in your house. Hold your child in your house in your hand and walk around the compound. You drop your phone, drop everything that it is that you are. Spend just a minute or two. These are the kind of things that our child will remember us for. You may be giving them presents, spending a lot of time to acquire gifts for them. Yes, they will cherish the gifts, but what they will cherish more is this shared quality time with them. The toys, the cars, the gifts that you bought for them. They will cherish more of our presence rather than our presence. So moving on. So looking at why strong roots matter. So why this psychological and emotional foundation that I've spoken about, why it matters is that it actually leads to having resilient and thriving adults. A child that has a strong foundation psychologically and emotionally, this kind of child is going to excel in having healthy relationship, and that kind of child is going to have empathy and be able to build strong bonds with people, because the child has experienced love firsthand, has experienced empathy firsthand. He doesn't need to wait for people to come and tell him, oh, I love you, this, that. It is what he or she listens to of children. Whatever it is that they meet outside, they will be able to excel because they already have a good relationship with their parents back home and with their caregivers, friends. They'll be able to sustain that friendship and share their time with whoever is their friend. Also, they have resilience, and they'll be able to cope when they meet challenges. They know that yes, failure is not the end of the road. In fact, what I'm doing now, oh, I did this course, I failed this course, I can pick up my phone and call my mom. Oh, my results just came out, I passed only 5 out of 8 courses. I'm going to resit these 3 courses next year. The child already knows that yes, he's not going to hear, oh, upon all I spent on you in school these days, you are telling me you failed a course, you are telling me you did that. No, the child knows he or she is not going to hear that from the parents. He's going to hear encouraging words that will actually help him or her to bounce back from whatever setback he or she is having. Also, these strong roots also help the child, especially the girl child, like I said earlier, to have a strong self-worth and also to believe in themselves. They do not need to wait for someone externally to come and validate them. They have been validated. They already know inside them that yes, I am capable, I am valuable, I am beautiful, I am handsome, I can achieve what it is I want to achieve. I can achieve what I want to achieve. I will pass my exams. I am not a failure. Those kind of things have been said to them right from where they are young, and they've been able to build their self-worth on it, not waiting for someone to come and tell them, or not waiting for someone to come and validate them outside, or not expecting that, oh, my self-worth is based on my achievements. No, your self-worth is based on who you are, on what your parents have been able to build in you. This kind of child will excel and be able to bounce back whatever it is that the child is facing. You see that yes, failure is not the end of the road. In fact, he's telling me that I should try it again. And I've also learned that this thing I have done this way, this is not the right way to do it. I can try this way. And if I try this way, I do not get it, I have someone I can call. I have someone who has my back. I have someone who I can speak to, who can even cheer me on, who can also give me advice on different ways I can try whatever it is I'm trying to do. And also, strong roots also help our children in purposeful pursuits. They can take calculated risk once they know that, okay, I'm trying to do this. Oh, what if I don't succeed? Yes, they will know that, yes, what if I don't succeed in this? I can always try again. Not that if they try a particular thing and they do not succeed. For example, if I can use the case of WAEC exam or JAMB exam as an instance. There are some parents that once the child sits for WAEC or JAMB once, they will go out of the room. Oh, you have spent so much money on your education. Your mates are having straight A's. You did not pass this. You did not do that. Those words that we are saying, it is actually imprinting on the minds of our kids. By the time they are even trying to do the exam the second time, they may even be feeling, oh, what if I don't do this well the next time? What if I fail this exam again? Oh, my mom will say this. My mom will say I'm a failure. My mom will say this. As simple as positive words and good self-affirmation is, they have a positive mark on our children. That will give them the courage to go all out. Oh yes, my mom believes in me. She knows I can make it. She knows I will pass this exam. I have to put my all in so that I can do well. But by the time you have given the child maybe a negative impression that you are the one that knows, so if you like, pass. If you like, don't pass. The child will be going with a nonchalant attitude. My mom has even said if I like, I should pass. If I like, I should not pass. So any kinds of all these kind of words that we speak to our children may actually affect their roots and will actually affect the way they behave when they leave our own environment. But once a child that has a strong root, has a strong emotional foundation, has a strong psychological foundation, has a strong self-worth, can take calculated risks, can follow their dreams, They don't need to wait, oh, what if I do this, I don't excel? What if I do this, I don't do well? They can actually launch at whatever it is they want to do. And if they do not do well, or if they do not achieve their goal at their first try, they know that, yes, this is not the end. I can fail and I have to try again. I'll keep on trying till I succeed. So giving our child a very strong root, it actually matters because it helps them to be strong and resilient, thriving adults. Now, let's look at the role of culture, values, and identity in giving our child strong roots. The culture doesn't necessarily mean we are not looking at okay, the way of life, dressing, and all those other things. Culture also refers to the shared history, tradition. It is necessary for a child to be know that, yes, apart from this my immediate family, apart from this my community, I also belong to a larger society where I have a sense of belonging, where I have a shared history with them, where I can partake in their tradition. So apart from my family, oh yes, I belong to this set of people. I come from this state. They have a sense of belonging that wherever they go, they can speak about where they come from. They can speak about their tradition. They can speak about their history. So apart from teaching them whatever it is we want to teach them in our home, we need to also let them in on the bigger picture of what our culture is. Then we also need to teach them values. These values is like an inner compass that guides our children, like a moral guidance for them to make some choices. We have values like honesty, integrity, good moral standing, and not just teaching these children these morals. Whenever you are teaching your child any moral, ensure that you are not just speaking it, you are not just saying it, you are actually modeling the values to them. You can't be telling your child, oh, to be honest or to have integrity, while you are not actually modeling it. Or you tell your child, oh, do not tell lies. It's not good to tell lies. It's not good to do this. But subtly, in most of what we do, we often go against one or more of these things. I'll give some instances. Someone may call you on your phone. You are right there in your room, and the response you give the person, oh, I'm already on my way. I'll soon be with you. I'll soon be with you. To you, is an harmless lie. It doesn't mean anything. I'm running late. That's why I have to tell the person I will soon be with you. But to your child, is painting something different. To your child, what is telling your child is that sometimes when nobody is watching me, I can say this, I can say that, even if that is not the correct situation. So whatever it is that we are trying to teach our child, we need to also model it. You are teaching your child to have integrity, to be able to do the right thing when nobody is watching. But in your own case, you are not doing the right thing. Because these children, they are actually sponge, and they absorb whatever it is that we do more than we can imagine. They actually dwell more on what we do rather than on what we say. They'll be like, oh, mom said we should not tell lie. You might even be you might be even be caught unawares. You may find them discussing about you. Mom said we should not tell lies, but yesterday when her friend called her, she was on her bed, lying down, and she told her friend she's already on her way. She's in her car. She told her friend she was caught in traffic and she was in her room. Does it mean it's actually good to tell lies in some instances? If you are someone that your child is not close to, the child may not be bold enough to come and ask you that, oh, mom, you said we should not tell lie, but you did this, you said that. The child will now have it at the back of the mind that, okay, it means it's okay to do this. It means it's okay to do this in some situation. We don't necessarily mean to say the truth in all situations. No, we need to model whatever it is that we are saying. And we adults, more often than not, we are guilty of this. We may see it as we don't it's something that we do and get away with. No, these children are actually watching us. Or you teach your child not to gossip or backbite or talk about people, and you find yourself, oh, once a friend comes and the friend leaves your house, you pick up your phone, call another of your friend, and start saying unprintable words about the person that just left your house to the other person. The children are watching and hearing what they are doing. So it is very, very pertinent for us to model whatever value we want to instill in our child. So lastly, we'll be looking at identity. It is very important for us to let our children know their identity. Let them understand that they are unique. Let them know that I am who I am. There's no one else like me. Let them know their unique qualities. That's where this word of self-affirmation also comes in. Let them know that yes, I am who I am. There's no one like me. I am like this because I am who I am. I don't have to be like another person to be accepted. I don't have to behave like another person to be accepted. And for parents that do compare their children, oh, why can't you just be like your sister? Immediately she wakes up, she lays her bed, she tidies her room. No, each person has a unique identity. So you don't need to compare them to their face. This can actually cause sibling rivalry that we may not even be there to solve. But the child deep down, they may resent each other and we may not know. They'll be like, you are the one mom is always praising. You are the one dad is always praising. Me, I'm the black sheep in the family. I'm the one that does not pass exam. They will be comparing me to you every time. The child may not necessarily say it to your face, but they have it deep down. So in whatever it is that we are doing, let each child know that they are unique in whatever they are doing. They don't necessarily mean to behave like child A or child B for them to be accepted. Moving on. So our role in ensuring that our child has a strong root is that we are the intentional gardener. We are not just their parents. We are the ones that is going to cultivate these vital roots so that when they leave our environment, they can fly and soar high. And whatever it is that they are facing, they will be able to face the challenges of life. Life is not always a bed of roses. So we need to ensure that we have trained our children that when they leave our environment, when they leave our home, they can succeed and excel in whatever it is that they are putting their mind at. And every interaction we have with our children is usually an opportunity to strengthen their roots. A child may come to you, oh, mom, this happened today, this happened today. Let us see every opportunity we have to speak one or two things to our children. We should see the opportunity as a way of strengthening their roots. We should see the opportunity that we have in talking to them as a way, as a teachable moment to use to teach them one or two things. Whenever they bring any issue for us to solve or to discuss, we should always ensure that they pick one or two lessons from whatever it is that they have discussed with us, not just you listening to them and tell them, okay, I've heard you, you can go. Let every conversation we have with our children be meaningful. So in conclusion, I just said it that it is very important to invest in deep roots so our children don't just take flight, they truly soar and excel. They take risk, calculated risk. They don't have to wait till someone validates them before they can do anything. They can launch at their dreams and explore whatever it is that their mind are set to do. When they know that, yes, I have the back of my parents, I have who I can talk to, I have who I can go back to, I have who I can who is there for me and will listen to me irrespective of the time that I call. So the attachment, our consistency, our presence in their life, we also build this emotional bond and make it strong and ensure that our children succeed in all that they do. Thank you for your time and engagement.
Thank you so much, Dr. Adaja. That was quite insightful, very, very insightful. Though we have some little glitches on from network, but we all understand how our system here runs. But despite all, we truly enjoyed that. Thank you so, so much. So please, if you have any question on this topic, on the webinar, please help us, just put them on the chat. We are going to collate all and we'll ask our facilitators at the end of the webinar